Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm happy to be with you tonight. I'm going to bring you something new and something different. You know how I always like to bring the best of whatever kind of music I can find that I think is worthy of being on this show. This band definitely is worthy. They're not, however, your local, everybody listens to them kind of band. They're different, they're wonderful. They bring me right back to the 80s, and I hope that they will bring you smiles and happiness and all kinds of joy. Help me welcome into your living room, Zen Lunacy.
Thoughts can never be sad, 'cause we are things the same, and all ideas have reappeared, recycled and replay. Now you know, now you say, now you go home. Now you know, now you say, now you go home.
Drink your juice box.
Keep going.
Serious delirium, swinging on a pendulum. My self-escapes, I chased it all away. down the rabbit holes and into the spiral. Finally get my head together by getting it apart forever and letting it multiply up to new heights. Down the rabbit holes and into the spiral. Down we go, something again. The pendulum swings, masquerading what it brings into the vortex. The eternal void clings. Down the rabbit holes and into the spiral. Down we go, something again. The freaks are forming into one big family. 21st century, not what it used to be. With America, with America, with America, of America. With America, with America, with America, of America. 200 odd years and it's always been hidden, but now we have seen it take over the country. With America, with America, with America, of America. With America, with America, with America, of America. Everywhere you will see there are freaks like you and me. This nation is changing, strange things are happening. With America, with America, with America, of America. 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 Electric waves will rot your brain. Cavities in each membrane. Agony and ecstasy. Visions of insanity. curious, it came to this. Funny how it all works out. Psychic hurts, rearrange everything inside my brain. The more I grasp at the world, the more it changes. The more I stay the same, it rearranges. As I speak my mind and I sleep, feeds off the energy. The way the shape stands in place brings back what I erased. The electricity that runs underneath. This kind of psychedelic love of me. The sun's almost done. Last moon comes too soon. White eyes hypnotized. Can you see a mirror to you hide? It has begun, it won't be long. We creatures at the break of dawn. What it's become has come undone. Just breathe it in, you're changing skin. Patterns of lost illusion, scrolling as I trace on my mind. These dark places seem familiar, searching for what I left behind. The stars are receding, black holes are reading, gravity's falling free. The mind manifesting, season is time, out in the vacuum, death by design. Falling both ways, stretched too thin. Concentrate on keeping it in. Holding together, falling apart. Train separation, we're back to the start. Form from the formless, surrenders endless. Form from the formless, surrenders endless. Form from the formless, surrenders endless. Form from the formless, surrenders endless.
I'd like to introduce the band. On bass, Kristen.
Hello, everybody.
On electronic, Oren. On drums, we got John. And myself, I'm Kevin. We're glad to be here.
Tunes into the frequency. Wide awake and in a train. Lightning storms inside my brain. Now the world has changed. Tunes into the frequency. Reaching through infinity. New at once, nothing explained. Now it's never the same. Tuned into the frequency. Wide awake and in a dream. Lightning storms inside my brain. Now the world has changed. Tuned into the frequency. Reaching through infinity. New at once, nothing explained. Now it's never the same. To the frequency. Wide awake and in a dream. Lightning storms inside my brain. Now the world has changed. Tuned into the frequency. Reaching through infinity. New at once, nothing explained. Now it's never the same.
A little bit of everything under the sun.
Everything under the sun is for us. Anything more than enough is too much. I gone away, tomorrow never comes. Now today's here to stay, and it is not enough. Yesterday's gone away, tomorrow never comes. Now today's here to stay, and it is not enough to satisfy us. No matter how much we have, we'll want more. Ceaseless desire to undo ignore until the next thing faster than before. Can't be happy without much anymore. Yesterday's gone away, tomorrow never comes. Now today's here to stay, it is not enough. Yesterday's gone away, tomorrow never comes. Now today's here to stay, it is not enough to satisfy us. Did you ever realize that you're alive, living and breathing, awake on this ride, taking each turn with wide open eyes, trying so hard to soak in the sight, images fall slow like snow. Show me all the things that can't let go. My head it was proud to break, just another thought I had to escape. Images fall slow like snow, everything for radio until I go. The room seems to vibrate and shake, a familiar place I can't locate. Did you ever take what you were told was the truth? Listen, observing, never question for proof. Not ever thinking you're up in a view. And on a moment, it's shattering through. Images fall slow like snow. Show me all the things I can't let go. My head knew it was bound to break. Just another thought I had to escape. Images fall slow like snow. Everything free to I go. The room seems to vibrate and shake. A familiar place I can't locate. We can go nothing but obey that love's the most supreme part of nature. Free will and desire. Nothing but ta 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 for you. Bounce around the boundaries, there are not infinite possibilities. Bounce around the boundaries, there are not infinite possibilities. Bounce around the boundaries, there are not infinite possibilities. Bounce around the boundaries, there are not infinite possibilities.
Gonna get pixelated.
Electricity running through me endlessly, coming through me. We're just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. We're just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. Just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. We're just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. All around me, the energy, it surrounds me. We're just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. We're just pixels on the screen. A tiny piece of the machine. We're just pixels on the screen, tiny weasels, the machine. We're just pixels on the screen, tiny weasels, the machine.
Thank you.
So that's that.
We got rotation.
Was that we have rotation, but that was the closer, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you want-
Okay, well then let me just come right over here and talk to you guys. Hey Kath, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Well, thank you. You don't talk much to your audience.
I don't.
Does that mean you're not the talker in the band?
I guess we could say that.
All right, well, let me move along. I'll come back to you. Are we all tied up?
We're good.
All right. I don't want to get tied up in my thing. Hi, John. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
You look a little tired.
I am a little fatigued, yes.
That takes a lot out of you.
Yes, it is a full workout.
What made you decide to be a, quote, this is my quote, punk rock drummer?
I was a frustrated bass player, and this seemed like the best option.
I like that. You needed to make a rhythm.
Thank you. And yeah, I think we showed that off today a little bit.
I think you showed it off quite well. Let me move on because I want to get to the strangeness over here. That would be you. I'll get to you. Hi, Chris. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having us.
How does it feel to be the only girl in an all-male band?
I deal with it. It is hard. There is a stigma to a woman in a band. They assume you play bass, and from my case, it is true. But I've been told like things along this path of this band that made me not want to do it, but I've stuck in there. So.
Well, you play quite well. When did you start playing music?
Really, it's kind of like a family band. My brother is Kevin, and I kind of filled the gap in the band because they needed a bass player. So they told me pick it up and try, and that's what I did.
So it hasn't been that long.
It's been about 5 years.
Nice, nice. Now, how much did you have to do with I know that you're in graphic design.
I am.
How much did you have to do with the album cover?
Really, luckily they gave me full control of the album artwork, and they let me just do my thing, and we all eventually ended up liking it. I'm happy they all were on point with exactly what I wanted to do.
That is one of the things that we want to talk about. They have a brand new album out, and we'll tell you how to get that in just a minute. You were inspired by what to do a design such as what you did?
Really just everything that comes at me. I just try to absorb everything and take it all in. And in this world, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you got to try to control, your mind at one time and just let it happen. So I try not to focus too much on what I'm doing and let it just take over me, really.
Nice. That's how an artist should work anyway. Let me back up just a little bit. Oren, can you get out here a little bit? I don't know. Let me see.
Pretty thoroughly enmeshed. Does this microphone still actively do its thing?
Can I use this?
You're
Can I
running
use
impact
him on the
because
mic?
of Dot's mic.
Someone, I have to use my stick. That's the boss. So you come across as the band leader.
I don't know if I come across that way. It's like, who was it? 13th floor elevators, was it? They're like, man, we're all heads. You know what I mean? Like, who's the head of the band? We're all heads. I am the latecomer.
Which means you came into the band after this was already Zen Lunacy?
Yeah, they'd been doing it for a couple of years around Connecticut and stuff. And I mean, I always showed up and, clapped my hands.
Now, what exactly is it that you bring to the band? Because this doesn't look like any instrument that I've ever played.
No, these are a bunch of squares. I mean, like, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about my instrumentation here. It's like, this is machine. This is kind of what I do with the band. It's a native instruments thing. I use samples a lot and synthesized effects and, all kinds of just kind of gadgetry. Always been fixed on that sort of thing.
So you record other things into your gadgets and then add them to what the band already has done.
Yeah, sort of like a sonic collage. I mean, like, Kristen and I both like collages, whether visual or auditory or whatever. So I mean, that's always been a thing. Whatever we can piece together, you know.
That's wonderful. It kind of brings a sense of uniqueness to this band. Yeah, you don't like that?
No, I said, aw, shucks.
Oh, shucks. That's a good thing. So, where did the name Zen Lunacy come from?
Well, should I turn it to Chris for that? 'Cause
All right, I'll move back out here. Okay, so go ahead.
So we're actually big, growing up, big Jack Kerouac fans, and it's actually a concept from him, like the Beat Generation, where it kind of was what I was just talking about, where you go back to like what the original thought was in your head and just try to make that be your direction instead of like letting your mind ruin it. So it's kind of just being spontaneous and going with it, and not thinking too much.
When you hear the word Zen, though, it brings to mind peacefulness and quiet and hum. That's not what your band does.
Yeah, that's true. That's where we get the lunacy part, and that's why we like the name, because it's kind of like bringing both things together, because we like to do both, and we know there's somewhere in between that's where we are.
Now, would you say that your music, the lyrics and the way that you put it out there is all for the better good?
I would say so. We try to be positive, try to channel all of our energy into positivity, and you know, we don't really like music that brings people down. We try to keep it up, even though we do get dark a little, but we try to keep it going, keep it positive.
I didn't hear any darkness.
We get heavy.
One of the things that I really like about your band that people that aren't listening closely might not get, but there's no swear words.
We try not to, and that's a big part of Kevin. He never wanted to do it, and you know what? We thought it was for the better. You don't exclude anyone. We can go play anywhere. We're not limiting ourselves by being angry and swearing, and that was partially Kevin's idea too. Not that we
So
wouldn't want to, but
you keep reverting back to Kevin. Should I be over there doing more of this interview, or is
on him.
he's the quiet one?
he needs to talk a little.
All right.
He has a lot of
No, I'm coming. I'm coming over there because I'm gonna bust you up a little bit. This is my job. So come in here. So Kev, what made you decide to pull this band together?
I guess there was, I don't know, not really much else to do. I always loved music, and why not? I mean, the Doors were a big part of it. It's why I started singing and playing guitar,
Okay.
honestly.
Were your parents musicians?
No, not really. She says it's a musical family. Like, it's really just me and her.
Okay.
There's not really much music. A lot of athletes. So.
Okay, so you say that the Doors were a big part of it. What other influences made you do what you do? Because your music isn't really like the Doors.
No. Well, as a teenager, I loved Nirvana, I have to
Okay,
say.
yeah.
I was a big Kurt Cobain fan, so you can definitely hear that, in
We
my
can.
opinion.
We can hear that. Anybody else that was involved in making you do what you do?
A little bit of everything. I don't know, honestly. Even now I'm a big Frank Zappa fan. It keeps me going.
He has a new album coming out.
Does he?
No, it's not him. No, sorry, that's
You
Alice
never know.
Cooper.
He's got 100
It's
albums.
Alice Cooper. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm.
60s, yeah.
So,
Beatles.
well, the beat. Everybody loves the beat. I didn't hear.
I absolutely adore the Beatles.
I didn't hear any Beatles influences in your music.
It's in there. It's buried. It's deep.
Okay, so Kevin, who is the primary songwriter in the band?
I'd have to say me and Kristen. Kristen writes a lot of riffs, and I'll help her turn them into songs. So, I don't know. I'd say me and her mostly. But it's definitely a collaborative, back to the Beatles, Lennon-McCartney type of thing, where
Okay.
I don't know if it would happen like it does by ourselves, and it doesn't really, so.
Okay, so where do your words come from? Because, like I said to Chris, it's very positive music. It's got very positive message and very positive attitude. Where do your words come from? What is your muse?
We're going to have to send you back to Kristen for that one, where she writes all the lyrics.
I don't have a problem going back over here.
But, go ahead. I was going to say, I'm a writer by nature. Before I did music, I wrote, and I always write down ideas. And sometimes things just come together. Like, I'll take something from here and there, and it will fit. And I just try to keep writing.
And you're the one that comes up with most of the riffs that go behind the music also.
Yeah, I just try to keep it going because like you're never gonna. You can always have a bad idea, but as long as you keep making it, you're gonna strike gold at some point. Something you like, so you just gotta keep
Okay.
doing it.
All right. So how do you guys decide what of these noises, not noises, sounds, what is it that helps you decide what sounds you should put into this?
This stuff just kind of materializes on its own. I want to say it just falls into place. And I sort of like, like she said, at first it sounds absolutely terrible until I put all my bells and whistles into it.
Yep.
I just layer effects and all kinds of different things like, randomized algorithms whenever I can. Like just so it's neat every time it plays through, you hear a little something different sticking out. I don't have a specific formula. It just sort of materializes,
Well, it's really cool. I was watching you play, and you're kind of like a drummer and a keyboard player mixed together. It's very cool to watch you play because you have the beat thing going like a drummer and the keyboard playing fingers.
Well, yeah, I think to some extent, actually, we're all multi-instrumentalists now that I'm looking around. We all kind of mess around with different things. This is what we all more or less do as a band, but,
What do you play besides the, whatever this is?
this is the electronic. What? He thinks I play every instrument better than they do. That's Kevin.
Is that true?
Well, he just said it. No, I don't know. I can't be the judge. See, no, my whole thing is that everybody has a voice. Absolutely everybody. You just picked up a guitar. You're not good at it. I don't know what that means because you're doing a thing, and that's your voice.
Okay.
And so, it's more difficult at that point to determine whether someone's better or worse. Sure, in one way better and one way worse, but everyone's voice is unique. You know what I'm saying?
So when Chris and Kevin bring a song to the band, how much of that song do you help turn into what is the final product?
Oh, well, man, I'm like the icing on the cake, though. That's really, I'm just the candy man.
I like icing.
I'm the candy man, so, that's what I bring to the table. They piece together the entire structure, you know what I mean, front to back, and then I gotta figure out a way to weave something special into it and just like, bump it up a notch.
Well, you certainly do that. That is wonderful. I'm going to come back out here because I think you probably know best what you guys have going on. Where can people find you?
We stay local. You can find us on the internet. We have our own website where you can buy our music.
What is that?
ZenLunacy.net.
.net, not
Yeah,
.com,
not .com.
not .org, .net. Zen Lunacy. You see it on your screen. ZenLunacy.org.
.net.
Oh, did I just say .org? I did, didn't I? I'm so
Either
sorry.
way, you'll find it. Just type in
ZenLunacy.net. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
My
And,
brain just went, but I do that often.
We're right now not playing out a lot, but we plan to in the future. So just keep an eye out for us. You can find us on the internet, and we'll be posting shows on there when they come up.
Most importantly, are you guys on Facebook?
We are. We have a Facebook. Just search Zen Lunacy. It'll be the only thing that comes up.
That's probably true.
Yeah, it is.
Most importantly, where can people find this album? Because this album is the reason that I actually let you guys come on the show. It was sent to me in the mail by Oren. Thank you. He sent it to me in the mail, and I had to listen to it. And I have to be completely honest. You wouldn't want me to do anything else.
Never.
I was the pink-haired punk rocker in 1979. Yeah, well, it kind of has come with me. But this music definitely goes back to the punk rock stuff. It really does. Yeah, and the mosh pits and all that we used to do back then. Where can people find this music? Where can they buy this music?
A physical copy. You can buy it on our website. There's a little, you scroll down to the bottom, and there's a little thing where you can put in your information, and one will get sent right out to you.
And you'll sign it, too.
Yes, we will. You want a signature? We will sign it.
See, that's the wonderful thing about getting music from the band and being able to look at the stuff on the cover, and it's really cool. It's almost like a piece of vinyl, this cover.
That's what we were going for. We love vinyl. We're big fans of having the physical copy with the artwork, and you get all, you have something tangible.
Can they find you anywhere up on any of the websites like Bandcamp or?
Yep, we're on Sound. Yeah. There, Kevin knows about it. Bandcamp, we're on SoundCloud, Spotify, if any streamers.
So if you liked this music, which, how could you not? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Do you have fun doing this?
We have so much fun, and that's why we continue to do it.
And this is the epitome of what was called back in the day, and still is called today, a garage band.
Exactly.
Where do you guys practice?
That's where we practice.
I don't know.
In a garage. No, yeah. Well, we have a space. John has a little shop, so we go in there. But it's, garage feel. We've always been playing basements and garages. That's where this came from. That's what we do.
That's fine, John. You okay over there? Did you just want me to come over here and talk to you a little bit? So, what do you do besides play drums?
I work a lot.
Working a lot at what? Dressmaking?
I wish. That was my second choice. I own and operate a power equipment business in Weathersfield. We fix chainsaws, lawnmowers, snowblowers, all kinds of stuff.
Nice. So people can find you at Zen Lunacy if they want their lawnmower fixed.
Why not? We can do it all here.
That sounds wonderful. I'm glad that you brought your drum kit to us and that you have such wonderful stuff. I'm going to move back over here and say a couple more things with Kevin, and then I'm going to let them take us out with a song. When you're playing this music, where do you go?
Deep into my consciousness. I don't know. I totally zone out. As you can tell, I kind of have my eyes closed most of the time too. Mm-hmm.
Hair down over the face,
If
and
it's not up, yeah.
well, it's down today.
It is down, yeah. So.
When you when you're playing and you are off in the other zone, what do you want your audience to gain from listening to your music?
Heightened state of awareness. I don't know. I know we go for that even lyrically, just to tap into something bigger and better.
Such as?
It's hard to say. I don't really know where we're going with it.
Say that out loud.
Social constructivity is a good
That's a good word, especially in this day and age. I don't like to get political on my show, but I think we need some good, positive social constructivity. Did I say that? Word that. All right, I'm going to let you guys play. I'm going to take this microphone and go. So take us out with a song, if you will, and thank you so much for coming to Grandma's Attic Music Review.
Thank you.